Hello and welcome to the Teach Savannah International webinar. This recorded webinar is designed to help you understand the process of joining the Savannah-Chatham County Public School System's teaching team. You might be wondering, where in the world is Savannah, Georgia? Well, Savannah is located in the southern United States on the East Coast. We are between Charleston, South Carolina, and Jacksonville, Florida, in beautiful Georgia on the coast, where you would see things like Tybee Island, the beaches, all of the old historic areas. We're the second oldest city in the United States. We were founded by James Oglethorpe, and the downtown grid is based on the Oglethorpe Plan. Once you come to Savannah, you will certainly fall in love with Savannah. To give you a little bit of information about our school system, we're the 10th largest school system in Georgia. We have 55 schools and we serve 38,000 students. We employ over 5,600 people. We're one of the largest employers in Chatham County. We're a community that's focused on supporting our children. And one of the ways we show that is with 3,500 plus volunteers and over 100 business partners. So now I'm sure you're wondering, how do I join that Savannah Chatham team? Your first stop will be to teachsavannahinternational.com. That web page has been set up to give you lots of information. Now you'll notice that the web page is set up for people that are currently in Jamaica, but that doesn't mean that you can't apply. If you are currently in America on a J-1 visa, you can still apply to teach in Savannah. If you're in another country, you are also eligible to apply for a position. The first stop that you'll want to make is where it says, click here to register for an interview. You may not be registering for an interview in Jamaica, but when you open that tab towards the bottom, it will have the link on where you need to go first to apply for a position. So step one to be considered is to apply for Classroom Teacher International. You'll see over 100 other job postings. The only one that you want to apply for is Classroom Teacher International. That is step one. If you're qualified based on that application, you will receive an invitation for a video interview through SparkHire. You will receive an email that looks like this. You'll notice the hyperlink next to position. When you click on that hyperlink, it will take you into SparkHire. This is the electronic platform where you will do the video interview. There are 5 video questions, and we ask that you answer them as clearly as possible. We're not looking for a movie star, we're looking for a good teacher. So although you can redo your video multiple times, please don't worry about things other than the content of what you're expressing when answering those 5 questions. We will review the application along with the video interview, and we will make hiring decisions based on those too. If you're selected for a position, you will receive an email requesting immigration information. This information will be sent on to Watts & Watts. Watts & Watts are our local immigration attorneys. They have many years of experience working with large organizations on H-1B sponsorship. You will receive a set of questions, 10 questions that look like these. We ask that you answer these clearly and completely. You will also be asked, when you send the answers to these questions back, that you submit additional documentation. Some of this documentation you may not have. For example, the I-797s. If you are currently in your home country, you may not have this visa paperwork, but you certainly would have a passport that you would need to send back. One of the questions that we are receiving frequently is how many years is this quote-unquote program? Well, first, this is not a program. This is the way that we are employing teachers. By the state of Georgia rule, we can only offer contracts 1 year at a time. So as long as you are working proficiently, there are funds available, we will offer you a contract for the following year. Once you have completed 3 years teaching in Savannah Chatham with proficient evaluations, we will move forward with permanent residency sponsorship. So that is a question that comes up frequently. Also, if you're currently on a J1, there should not be any problem with switching you over to an H1B. Our immigration attorneys will be able to assist with that. Once your immigration information has been submitted, we will ask that you submit your application to school year 2021 for the area in which you are qualified. That will be in Talent Ed, where you applied for Classroom Teacher International. Please note, this is not step 1. If you submit to school year 2021 before we've asked you to, all we can do is reject your application. This is the 5th step. The first step is to apply through Classroom Teacher International. So please make sure you don't go into school year 2021 until you've been asked to. We will also send out contracts at this time. The school selection will be made in joint with the school principals, so we won't know immediately which school you will be placed, but you will have a position within the Savannah-Chatham County Public School System. One other thing to note, which is very important when people are on a J1 visa, is that while you're on an H1 visa, you are eligible for all the benefits of paying into a teacher retirement system, and Georgia has one of the top teacher retirement systems in the nation. You also will be covered by state health care. So there's multiple reasons that you want to consider being employed on an H-1B visa. So those are the steps that you must go through for Savannah-Chatham County Public School System. Step 1 is to complete that application on Classroom Teacher International. You can find that on the Register Here link on the teachsavannahinternational.com webpage. Once we've reviewed your application, you'll start in the remainder of the process, which begins with the video interview. A couple other things I want to cover is once you've been selected, if you're currently in the United States and you have a professional certificate from another state, for example, North Carolina, you'll want to go to the Professional Standards Commission website. The Georgia Professional Standards Commission is the certifying body for the state of Georgia. Their webpage is www.gapsc.com. You'll see on the upper right hand of the screenshot of their webpage a place that says My PSC Login and Register. You will want to register to get a login for the My PSC account. You can see the arrow is pointing to educators moving to Georgia. If you are currently in America and you have a professional certificate, you will want to apply there for reciprocity. That would be step 1 on the professional standards certification side. Another thing we need to discuss is foreign transcript evaluation. If you completed your university degrees outside of the United States, then you will need to have your transcripts evaluated by a foreign credential evaluator that is approved by the Georgia PSC. We have selected one that's not only approved by the PSC, but also approved for H-1B processing, and that is International Education Evaluations. Their information is found on teachsavannah.com. At that top bar, you just click on Foreign Transcript Evaluation. If your degree was conferred here in the United States, then you will not need a foreign transcript evaluation. You will just need to obtain official transcripts from your university, and those can be sent to the Georgia Professional Standards Commission. So it's different based on your scenario. If your degree, your final degree, is from another country, you will have to have your foreign transcript evaluated. If your final degree is from a U.S. institution, then you would not need to have that course-by-course evaluation completed by IEE. I know some of you have had your transcripts evaluated by different companies. Most of those companies are not accepted by the PSC. So the company we recommend is not only accepted by the PSC, but accepted for immigration purposes. Once you're this far, you're already getting very excited about relocating to Savannah. As a very large county with 55 schools, we want to give you the amount of time needed to decide on where you want to locate, where you want to live. We will be working on school selections as rapidly as possible. We will also be creating a closed Facebook group for you all to communicate with each other regarding roommates, etc. On that Facebook page, the closed Facebook page, we'll also post relocation information. There is also relocation information on teachsavannahinternational.com through the Chamber of Commerce and our local real estate organization. Once you become an employee of Savannah Chatham and you've received that contract, we hope that you'll continue to support the school system in being a recruiter. And we pay an incentive to encourage you to keep recruiting. Once you've told multiple people about teaching in Savannah, make sure that they know to add your name in the area that says, were you referred by anyone? They need to put your name, because if we hire that person, you'll receive $250 per each person we hire as a referral incentive. To date, Savannah Chatham has paid out over $18,000 in incentives, and right now it's over $20,000. So we want you to be a recruiter, and we want to pay you for the time that you spend helping us get the best teachers for our students. We know that in many countries, what we refer to as a teaching certificate, you may refer to as a teaching diploma. So we ask that you don't ever hesitate to clarify some of the words we may be using. You'll notice on this page on the right-hand side, there are 4 people and their email addresses. All 4 of us can assist you in any of the questions you might have. My name is Heather Bilton. I'm the Director of Certified Staffing. My email is there. Dr. Michael Panton is the Lead Management Specialist. She can assist you with high school questions. Ms. Carol Mobley is a Talent Management Specialist. She is focused on middle school questions, and that's grades 6 through 8. And Dr. Michelle Fox is also a Talent Management Specialist, and she can assist you with elementary school questions, or what you may call primary school. In Georgia, that's grades pre-K through the 5th grade. So don't hesitate to reach out to one of the people on this list. Please jot down their email and let us know if we can help you. We have been just overwhelmed by the response that we have received, and we want to make sure that we are responding promptly to everyone with questions. Just know that from the time that you submit that video to the time that you hear a response, there will be a couple-week lag time just because of the number of videos that we are receiving. You can always email us and ask any questions. We thank you for your interest in Savannah Chatham County Public School Systems, and we hope that you will join us for school year 2021. Thank you.